Hey, howdy there again, folks. Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler videos, series of videos I've been doing for a while now, where I go over there, try out food and drink items, eat the stuff, I drink stuff, then I talk about the stuff, folks. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious crap that I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna put in the old mouth hole. I'm gonna go over there and regurgitate a bunch of words through the same mouth hole to hopefully describe what it is that I'm trying. Whilst I'm doing so, I got a Peter Can Thunderbolt poster behind me. I got a crappy old ladder off the side. I got some Marvel figures up there. It's the whole thing, folks. And whilst it's the whole thing, I'm also wearing a cool shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing today, folks? Boom! John Carpenter's The Thing shirt. Yes, indeed, folks. The 1980s sci-fi horror movie classic. A genuine masterpiece of a film. One of my very favorites. Definitely top 5 of all time. I've loved it ever since I was a little kid. I was a weird little kid. Now, all that said, folks, why is this one so special today? What is it? Why is it such a thing? Because, folks, it ties a little bit in with the item that I'm going to go over there and review for all you folks. How so? Well, it's John Carpenter's The Thing, right? It's a horror movie spectacular, okay? Now, when you think of horror movies, there's a particular holiday that might go over there and come to mind. And when said holiday is starting to get near, I mean, you know, we're still a little bit of ways, but we're gearing up for it, folks. Companies like to go over there and come up with unique items that tie in with said holiday. So what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Well, yes, indeed, folks, we are trying out the 2022 Mountain Dew Voodoo. This is number 4, okay? Keep that in mind. Now, the reason why this one is significant, aside from, you know, the little tie-in, the horror movie and the Halloween stuff and all that stuff, because, yeah, that's what this is. Mountain Dew, they go over there every year for the past 4 years. They come out with a mystery flavor, okay? It's all spooky and ooky. And no one knows what the flavor is except for them. And you're supposed to go over there and guess. And the reason why it's kind of significant for me is because I did the one last year. I've done actually the last 2, but the one I did last year, for whatever reason, kind of took off a little bit, by my video standards anyway. My typical viewership doesn't hit 100 views, but I get periodic ones that do. I'd say for like maybe every 10 videos that I do, I get like maybe one that goes like over 100. But the one that I did of last year's went over 1,000. Now, yeah, that's not exactly viral or anything like that, but for me, that was a pretty cool benchmark. So I knew that when this one came around, I had to be on top of it because, well, it's kind of special. Now, when I did it last year, I was still working under the theory that perhaps it wasn't the same flavor as the year prior. Now, we all know that that's the case now. It is 100%. It's number 4. It's a thing. What this flavor is going to taste like, I have no idea, folks. I really don't. In the previous years, I mean, you know, the last one I recall tasting a little bit like maybe Skittles. And then the one before that, maybe the first one I think was like kind of a cotton candy or something. I don't know, folks. But it came out recently. I jumped on it. There's also a zero sugar edition. I'm going to do a separate video for that one, though. For one thing, I want to keep the video a little bit shorter. Secondly, zero sugar stuff, I just want to keep it by itself. So, anyway, folks, let's give this a shot and let's see how this one goes. It smells like Mountain Dew. Which, by the way, if you're interested, folks, I've done plenty of Mountain Dew-related reviews. Go ahead and check. I have an entire playlist called Mountain Dew Madness. Except it's MTN Dew. It smells like Mountain Dew, to me, honestly. I'm not getting anything else, so let's give it a shot. Oh, what the hell is that? I have an idea in mind. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm just going to, before I even describe the flavor, I want to say it tastes like sweet tarts. And the only problem is, I haven't had sweet tarts in a really long time. Specifically because I don't really like sweet tarts all that much. I'm not big typically on tart candies. But they do have a very distinct taste. Something that kind of sticks with you once you've tried them. That's what this kind of tastes like to me. It's sweet at first, and it has kind of, that Mountain Dew flavor. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, like, Mountain Dew, it's not just a, brand of drinks. Like, there's a platform on which Mountain Dew builds itself. Same thing with, like, Crush or even Fanta. They start with, like, a base model and then build the flavors on top of that. This definitely has that. You taste the Mountain Dew-ness of it. So initially it's sweet. And then it slowly builds and it becomes kind of tart. And to me it tastes like sweet tarts, honestly. Which would make sense, seeing as how the other ones that I've tried have seemingly been somewhat candy, flavored-ish. Plus the Halloween tie-in, Halloween and candy go hand in hand. This is the one that I think I am been the most definite on. Yeah, like, some of the other ones that I've tried, it was a little bit more kind of like here and there. Like, I really kind of think this is sweet tart flavored. That's what I'm going to go with. Now the question is it good? Because I'm not just trying to guess the flavor, folks. I'm trying to go over there and share my experience with you. The answer is yes. I enjoy it, despite the fact that it tastes like sweet tarts, and I don't really like sweet tarts all that much. Because I can go with tart drinks, to an extent. For instance, Squirt. I will occasionally buy Squirt from the vending machine where I work. Because every now and again, I want something that's very acidic, something that, especially if I've got, like, stuff in my throat or something, it's a nice kind of palate cleanser, if you will. I like that. But it's not a go-to. You will never see me buy, like, a 12-pack of Squirt, because I know that if I buy that, it will be in my fridge for, like, a year before I go through all 12. I don't need Squirt that much in my life. This falls under a similar, kind of range, but it's not anywhere near as tart as Squirt. It's much more drinkable. So for me, I enjoy it. I think I like it as a mystery flavor. 100%. Would I buy another one? Well, I did actually, because when I initially bought this, I was only able to find it at, like, a display, like one of the ones that's, like, outside of a freezer. So I bought one for myself. I bought one for a few of my coworkers. And then I was just going to leave it at that and go over there and, put it in the fridge and all that good stuff. But then I had to go over there and do some shopping later on, and I found one in the freezer, the cooler anyway. And my plan was to go over there, park in my driveway, do a quick review of it, but I was so dog tired, so I ended up with at least 2 of these. Am I okay with that fact? Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll give it to it. It reminds me a little bit of Whiteout, which I did a review for recently, actually. So if you're interested, go ahead and see my review of that. Reminds me a little bit of that, but there's more tang to it. This is kind of what I want Whiteout to taste like. Because one of the comments that I made about Whiteout is the fact that, because Whiteout's a citrus Mountain Dew, one of the comments that I made was the fact that, like, it's okay, but, like, I kind of want more, from it, to make it more distinct. This works in that regard, and it does so in a nicely balanced way. It's sweet enough where, if you're just kind of a casual Mountain Dew fan, it's got that covered for you. The tart aspect of it is there, and it's enough to make it feel unique, But at the same time, it's not overdoing it, which I think is kind of where the sweet tart issue for me comes in. I think it's just a little bit too much. With this, I think they went over there and were like, okay, we're going to go over there and make this into a drink. We need to go over there and, find a better way to balance things out. And typically Mountain Dew is very good at that. So, for me personally, yeah, I can go with this. I don't think I would go over there and make it a regular Mountain Dew, but I do like it. It's certainly better than Whiteout. It's probably, for me, it's hard for me to say exactly where it stands in relation to the other Voodoos because, I just, since they're limited edition flavors, it's hard for me to recall the flavor specifically. But I do think I like it better than the last one. And it's pretty good. As a mystery flavor, Halloween tie-in Dew, it gets my seal of approval. Will the Zero Sugar one? Tune in next time, folks. But anyway, that's going to do it for me, folks, on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly voodoo-tastic rest of your life. Oh, folks, with the voodoo and such. Spooky. Oh, yeah. Final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time, folks. Here's what you do. You try not to be an asshole. Okay, especially as we're getting a little bit closer to the end of the year is the time that I'm doing this. We got a few months left. Let's go over there. Let's try to wind things down in a nice way. Especially, we've got Halloween coming. We're already getting Halloween stuff. I will say I do love the fact that Halloween is slowly creeping its way in. Because, you see with Christmas, people start celebrating Christmas, way, way too early. I like that Halloween's starting to kind of take that. At this point, Thanksgiving barely exists. It's just it's wedged in between 2 of the most popular holidays, at least here in the United States. Thanksgiving, and I love Thanksgiving, but it's just needs better PR, man. I'm telling you, that turkey just isn't doing it. They need to go over there, maybe give them some 90s tude, right? Stick some sunglasses on them, have them go over there and, punch out some other, holiday mascots, Kris Kringle and such. I'm just saying. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go and do. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to go over there and talk to the head of marketing of Thanksgiving. You're going to be like, hey, head of marketing of Thanksgiving. I was watching this guy on YouTube, and he was doing a review of Mountain Dew. So, he clearly knows what he's up to. And he was going over there and saying, hey, maybe we ought to go over there and spruce up, the Thanksgiving festivities and such. So, and then he goes over there and he's like, you know what, you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe we've rested on our laurels for too long, the food and such. Maybe we need to go over there. We need to find some way. Let's go over there, let's have a Thanksgiving cage match, right? Okay, we go over there. It's just a whole thing. Like I said, dress up a guy as a turkey, dress up a guy as Kris Kringle, have the turkey kick the shit out of him. WWE style, AEW style, what have you. Or, conversely, you could go over there and do something way more practical than that. You could go over there and buy some Mountain Dew and try some voodoo. I would like you to aim a little bit higher, but at the same time, if that's what you do and that's what makes you happy, then, folks, it makes me happy too. I'm going to be posting this way before Halloween, but make sure you also have a fun and safe Halloween when it comes time. And in the meantime, watch John Carpenter's The Thing. It's awesome. Bye.